Most people never build real savings because their money sits in the wrong place. It grows slowly, it gets spent too easily, and it feels like nothing changes no matter how hard they work. But there's one simple account that flips the entire process. It protects your money, grows it automatically, and makes compounding work even if you struggle with discipline. The surprising part is that almost everyone qualifies for it, but very few people actually use it the right way. Today, I want to show you the account that makes your money work for you, not the other way around, and how small amounts can turn into something meaningful over time. Before we start, this video is not about tricks or shortcuts. It's not about luck or timing or taking big risks. It's about building a system that grows your money without constant effort. If you're someone who has tried budgeting, saving, and planning, but nothing seems to stick, this might be the missing step. A lot of people think they have a money problem, but what they really have is a system problem. Without a system, every financial decision feels like a test of willpower, and willpower eventually fades. Systems remove the pressure, which is why this account matters so much. Let's break down the idea as simply as possible. There are two types of accounts in most people's lives. The first is the account where all your money piles up, the main checking account where your salary goes in and bills come out. That account is not designed to help you build wealth. It's only designed to help you pay for things. The second type of account is where your money grows. This is the account that quietly compounds, day after day, without you having to monitor it. The problem is that most people either don't have this second account or they have it but barely use it. They might have opened a savings account once, put some money in, then forgot about it. Or they may have heard about investing but never took the next step because it felt overwhelming. The truth is simpler. You only need one growth-focused account to get compounding started. In this video, I'm going to call it the growth account. Your bank may call it something else. A broker may call it something else. But the purpose is the same. Money goes in. Money grows, and it's kept separate from the money you use every day. This separation is the key. Without separation, money mixes together and disappears on small purchases without you even noticing. With separation, your future money is protected from your current habits. So, what exactly is this account? At its simplest level, the growth account is a place where two things happen. The money earns something, and the money stays untouched. It could be an investment account where you contribute small amounts each month. It could be a high-yield savings account used as the first step before investing. It could even be an automated investment plan that pulls small amounts from your main account. The name of the account doesn't matter. What matters is the structure. Money moves automatically, grows automatically, and stays separate from your daily spending. Most people underestimate how powerful this is because the first few months feel slow. You move $20 or $50 or $100, and it barely looks like anything changed. But this is how compounding works. The beginning always looks unexciting. It's supposed to look that way. What makes compounding special is not the first few months. It's the years that follow. And those years never happen if the system doesn't start. The growth account is simply the easiest way to make sure that start happens every single month without thinking. Think about the cycle most people are stuck in. They get paid, they use the same account for everything, expenses rise, spending rises, and the month ends with nothing left to save. They may want to save, but the habit never holds. The growth account breaks that cycle because it removes the decision. When money moves automatically, you don't need to debate anything. You don't need motivation. You don't need a good mood. The transfer happens whether you feel ready or not. That's how real saving begins. There's a simple rule that makes this system even more effective. Move the money as soon as you receive it. The reason is simple. Money that sits in your main account feels available. When it feels available, it gets used. Bills, food, transport, these matter. But most of the spending that drains people financially comes from small emotional decisions. Ordering something online, buying something you didn't plan, saying yes to something because the money is there. This is why the timing matters so much. When the money moves to the growth account immediately, you never feel like you lost anything. You simply adjust to what remains. You let your lifestyle shape around your goals instead of your goals shaping around your lifestyle. But the real power of the growth account isn't discipline. It's compounding. Compounding means your money earns money, and then that new money earns more money. Over time, this creates a snowball effect that becomes stronger every year. You don't need to understand financial formulas to benefit from it. You just need the growth account in place long enough for the compounding to kick in. This is why the account must be separate. Your money needs room to grow without being interrupted by daily life. Let's talk about numbers in a simple way. If you put $50 a week into your growth account, that's about $200 a month, or roughly $2,400 a year. It doesn't feel like much, but if that money grows steadily over years, the numbers change. After a few years, you'll see progress that feels real. After a decade, the growth becomes larger than your contributions. And after multiple decades, the money works harder than you do. That's the point of the growth account, giving compounding the time and space to work. But here's something important. Most people ruin compounding without realizing it. They dip into the account. They pause contributions. They move money back and forth. They treat the growth account like an emergency backup for their everyday expenses. And every time they do this, compounding resets. A break doesn't feel like a big deal in the moment, but over years it becomes a huge setback. The system only works when the account stays intact. This leads to the second rule. Build a small buffer outside your growth account. That buffer is what handles unexpected expenses so you don't interrupt compounding. It doesn't have to be large at first. It can grow slowly, but it acts as a shield that keeps your long-term money untouched. If you've ever wondered why some people seem to make progress financially, even with average incomes, this is usually the reason. They separate their money into two roles: money for today and money for the future. The future money is protected, and that protection becomes wealth. Now let me talk about something that many people don't admit openly. Saving and investing feels harder when you don't see quick results. It feels like you're giving up comfort now for a benefit you can't feel yet. This is why most people start strong but lose motivation after a few months. The growth account solves this because it takes motivation out of the process. Whether you feel inspired or tired, whether you feel hopeful or stressed, the money moves anyway. Over time, the results become the motivation instead of the feeling. Another thing I want to make clear is this. The growth account doesn't require a big salary. It requires consistency. A lot of people wait for a perfect income before they start. They tell themselves they'll save later, when things calm down or when they earn more, but that later never arrives. Expenses rise with income, life gets busier, responsibilities grow, and the habit never forms. The truth is that even small contributions matter. A system built with $10 can be scaled to $100 later. A system that never starts can't be scaled at all. Let's talk about what happens after a few months. At first, the numbers look simple. A few deposits, a small balance. Nothing exciting. Then after some time, you'll notice something important. The account begins to feel different from your normal money. It feels like your foundation. You won't think of spending it. You won't touch it for impulse decisions. You begin to see it as a separate part of your life. Your future. That mindset shift is what protects the account the most. After a few years, something even more meaningful happens. You see growth that did not come from your own work. You see money that came from time, and that changes how you look at the future. Most people don't realize how motivating this is. When you see even a few $100s grow by themselves, it feels like progress you didn't have to fight for. And progress builds consistency. Consistency builds wealth. This is how ordinary people build strong financial foundations over time. Eventually, the growth account becomes more than a place where you save money. It becomes the core of your financial safety. It gives you options. It gives you a buffer against uncertainty. It allows you to make decisions based on what makes sense, not based on panic or pressure. This is the real purpose of compounding. Not to take big risks, not to chase huge numbers, but to build stability over time. I want to give you a simple system you can use starting today. Step 1. Choose one growth account. It doesn't matter what you call it. What matters is that it grows your money and stays separate. Step 2. Set up one automatic transfer every time you get paid. It could be weekly, it could be monthly. The amount is your choice. Step 3. Build a small buffer in your main account for unexpected costs. Step 4. Leave the growth account alone. Step 5. Increase your contributions slowly as your situation improves. That's it. This is the whole process. Now, here's one last idea that makes this system even stronger. Treat every unexpected amount of money as an opportunity. Refunds, gifts, side income, bonuses, anything that wasn't in your plan. These amounts feel like extra money, which makes them easy to waste. Instead, move at least part of it into your growth account. These small, unexpected contributions grow fast because they don't lower your lifestyle. You never planned on using them. This habit can add hundreds or thousands to your future without affecting your present. So the next time money shows up without a purpose, refund, bonus, gift, side income, start the process immediately. Let the impulse fade. Move the money to your growth account. Let it grow instead of being spent on things you'll forget in a week. Years from now, you'll look back and realize that these small choices were the beginning. You'll be glad you gave yourself that chance. Your money can work for you. It just needs a place where it can grow. It needs time, and it needs a system that protects it from being drained by daily life. Open the account, start small, stay consistent. Watch what happens.